Mr. Ryan is busy right now. Do you have an appointment?
I'm his girlfriend. I can wait for him.
Okay.
What are you doing here?
Shouldn't I be asking what you two are doing?
You already saw it. Do I really need to explain?
You were my best friend.
So, feelings don't care who came first.
Told you what? That I got tired of this a long time ago? Emma, look at yourself. Broke, ordinary, no background, drawing those forgettable children's illustrations all day. Why would I keep wasting my time on you?
A person like you can only wait to be chosen.
If all you need is a marriage, I can help you.
Who exactly are you?
Luca, management at Seno Group.
Why would someone like you marry a stranger?
Because I need a marriage too. The board and my family are pressing me. I need a solution that's efficient and uncomplicated.
So you want me to help you put on a show?
A 6-month contract marriage. You fulfill the terms of your inheritance and keep the house. I deal with my family. In return, I'll pay you enough to cover your debts and living expenses.
How do I know you're not a fraud?
The contract is prepared. Miss Emma may review every clause. Any objections can be revised on the state. You need a marriage. I need a wife. We're simply giving each other what we need.
We'll see you tomorrow at 10 to sign the register. I'll have my assistant look for a suitable apartment and start drafting the press release.
I'm really going to marry a man who is almost a complete stranger to me.
If you want to back out now, you still can.
It's already too late.
Congratulations. Happy marriage.
You'll stay here for now after Irida sessions have been emptied. I'm busy with work and won't be back often. You may treat this as a temporary residence, but there are a few things we should clarify. First, in public, you'll need to cooperate with me and play the role of my wife. Second, privately, we do not interfere in each other's lives. Third, unless necessary, do not disclose the terms of our agreement.
So we really don't have to live like a normal married couple?
Do you want that?
No, that's not what I meant. So you're the woman Luca married? And you are? Audrey. I'm sure you've heard of me.
Who let you in?
I only came to see who exactly stole my place so suddenly. After all, in everyone's eyes, I'm the one who was always meant to be Luca's fiancé.
You should leave.
Emma, surely you can tell a dinner knife from a fish knife? Oh, she doesn't know.
This painting was acquired by me at a Sotheby's auction.
By the way, Emma also works in an art-related field, though I imagine what you draw is a little different from this.
I illustrate picture books and commercial work. I see. That is rather accessible. Luca, you didn't marry her just to make the board think you're less threatening, did you?
Whom I marry is my decision. And whether she deserves to sit here is not for anyone else to decide for me.
But she wasn't entirely wrong. I don't belong here.
Whether you belong is not for them to decide.
Thank you.
The heels are too high. If you're not used to them, don't force it. Whom I marry is my decision.
Why are you looking at my work?
After you cut the third scene, the emotional beat collapsed.
You understand this?
It's just story logic. You spent the beginning building the child's fear of darkness, but you never paid it off with the lamp. Of course, readers won't remember it.
Then, if it were you, how would you change it?
Thank you.
You draw well. You just dismiss yourself too quickly.
Emma, let's talk.
There's nothing left to talk about. Don't touch me.
You can marry a stranger. Why can't you give me one more chance? Which hand did he use to touch you? Who the hell are you?
I'm her husband.
You're not going to ask me? If someone took pictures, it would look like I'm still involved with him.
I only care whether you rejected him.
Get some rest early. Your husband did this, didn't he?
That's your own problem.
Stop pretending. Aren't you just climbing up by relying on a man? You acted so pure before, now you just lynched to someone rich.
Ryan, you were the one who gave up on me first. You betrayed me when I needed you most. You don't love me. You just can't stand losing.
I warned you. Harass my wife again and I'll proceed legally. You think having money makes you—
At least more than someone who manages to make even betrayal looks cheap.
Thank you.
Next time you deal with someone like him, you don't need to reason with him.
Then what should I do?
Call the police.
I seem to have started expecting things I shouldn't in this marriage.
Just stay with me.
Emma, first time at an event like this? Don't be nervous. Everyone here is very kind.
Oh my, I didn't mean to. You've only just married in, and you already think you're really Mrs. Luca?
I heard you used to just illustrate children's books. A place like this, you probably saw it in magazines before, right?
Out. All of you.
Did I embarrass you again?
Who told you that you embarrassed me?
Why do you always help me?
Because you're my wife.
The people here seem different from the family dinner before.
Mostly board members and a few family representatives tonight. Don't be nervous. Luca, that was quite an unexpected move you made. Marriage is not a move on a board. Sometimes choosing who sits beside you is part of the strategy. It seems investment is a better topic for you tonight than my private life.
Why do they keep looking at you?
Because I've been handling a lot of projects recently.
Emma, you probably don't know this yet, but the directors are very interested in Luca's marriage these days.
Why?
Because for certain positions, the kind of person standing beside you affects how threatening others think you are.
What are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about how many things you still haven't told me. So, you're not an ordinary manager. And this, a contract partner with a simple background and a non-threatening image? Was that the reason you chose me?
This is not exactly what you think it is.
Then how should I understand it? You approached me not because of chance, not because you also needed help, but because I was ordinary enough, safe enough, and manageable enough, right? I thought at least we had been honest about what each of us needed. But even in this transaction, you never let me stand on equal ground with you.
I hid my identity because the situation was complicated at the time.
So what was I? Your shield, your cover? Or just the most insidious card you carefully selected?
At the beginning, yes.
Was everything you did for me later just to make your choice look justified?
Later, it wasn't.
Emma, you're upset right now. We can talk once you've calmed down.
See? Even now you're still deciding for me when I should speak and when I should stop. 3 years later, this house still looks just like it did before.
Why did you suddenly come back? Did something happen?
Nothing. I just wanted to stay here for a few days.
It's good you're back.
An explanation alone isn't enough to mend certain hurts. What hurts the most is realizing I'd been standing on an unequal cliff from the very start. Looks like you finally realized you don't belong by his side. If you came to watch me fall apart, then you've seen enough.
I'm only here to remind you that for someone like Luca, marriage is never about feelings. He chose you only because you were insignificant enough. Once he returns to where he truly belongs, you'll realize you were never anything.
And this house, it's in this condition, so even if you keep it, how long can it last?
Are you finished? This is my home. You are not welcome here. Leave.
You've changed.
If I don't change now, I won't be able to protect anything. From now on, I won't wait to be chosen. I choose for myself.
Someone has filed an objection, alleging that you used a fraudulent marriage to obtain your grandmother's property. The submission came through an anonymous channel, but it's clearly targeted at your inheritance rights.
Maybe you should ask Luca for help. Someone like him would have a way.
No, this time I'll handle it myself. I want the street surveillance footage from that day, a forensic verification of the chat records, and a complete reconstruction of the original timeline.
Can you really do this?
It wasn't possible before, but it is now.
The most effective approach right now would be to suppress the source directly and get the platforms and agencies to withdraw the material.
You have to promise me that you'll handle this calmly.
Does she have legal counsel now? Yes, but evidence collection is moving slowly. Compile the full street surveillance, the source of the original recording equipment, and a list of the PR intermediaries Ryan has contacted recently. Deliver it anonymously to her lawyer. You're not stepping in directly? She doesn't need me to fight this battle for her, but she has the right to real evidence.
Mr. Luca, you still have a meeting tonight. Cancel it.
What are you doing here?
I warned you not to touch her again.
Was I wrong?
If you touch her like this one more time, I'll make sure you never work in this industry again.
The crucial surveillance footage and clues sent anonymously were a huge help. These things were most likely related to Luca.
The surveillance and the leads were from you, weren't they?
I had the surveillance and the leads delivered.
I guessed.
I'm not here to ask for forgiveness, but you deserve to know what happened from the start.
The board of directors and my family have been pressuring me to accept an arranged marriage, I need a stable marriage to disrupt their control over my succession plans.
So that night in the rain, it wasn't a spontaneous decision.
No. But later, I truly regretted putting you into my plan.
If you came today because you want to keep helping me with what follows, then I have one condition.
Go ahead.
You do not get to decide for me again, test me again, or place me where you've chosen under the excuse of for my own good. What I want is equality.
All right. If you allow it, from now on, I will only tell you the truth.
I saw long ago that Ryan's motives for getting close to you were impure, and I also know that you too easily mistake being loved security.
Your grandmother was always afraid you were too soft-hearted.
She wasn't afraid I was soft-hearted. She was afraid I'd keep forgetting to protect myself first.
If we prove the messages and photos were maliciously fabricated, they will face much greater consequences.
I know what I have to do now. Grandma, just you wait. I won't let you down again. This is not the kind of noise Ryan and Chloe could make. It must be Audrey behind it.
These leaks were anonymized, but several dissemination points trace back to PR channels closely tied to Audrey's family.
So it really was her.
And Ryan and Chloe's recent bank records show irregular activity. It appears someone funded the operation for them.
She wasn't just jealous or trying to drive me away from Luca. She wanted to destroy me completely. If she wants to drag this in front of everyone, then we won't settle it in private. The Luca family charity gala is coming up soon, isn't it?
This time, it's my turn.
Next week's charity gala, you'll probably need this.
What if I decide not to go?
If you don't want to go, I can make this end somewhere else.
I want them to fall at the exact moment they think they've already won. And if you plan to help me that night, I have only one request.
Tell me.
Don't stand in front of me. You only need to tell the truth.
All right.
3 days later, it's time to settle the accounts.
I thought you wouldn't come. Sorry to disappoint you. I'm only worried this may be too much for you. After all, this isn't a place where just anyone can stand. I hope you'll still be smiling later.
The evidence checklist, the codicit from Grandma, the public statement my lawyer prepared.
He really is the heir.
Distinguished guests, this evening's charity auction is about to begin.
Excuse me. I'd like a few minutes. Emma, this is a charity gala, not a place for private drama. If all the rumors tonight are about me, then who has a greater right to speak than I do? So I'd like to take this opportunity to address the elephant in the room. So let's begin with the truth from the very start.
What are you doing here?
Shouldn't I be asking what you two are doing? This was the day I caught them betraying me.
Forensic analysis confirms that the chat logs circulated publicly were clearly stitched and altered.
This only proves we were involved before. It doesn't prove I framed you.
Betrayal in love may be disgusting, but fabricating evidence and trying to take away someone's old home is a crime.
Even if there were issues with those messages, at most it's a misunderstanding. She still married for the inheritance, didn't she?
This is the supplemental clause left by Miss Emma's grandmother. If anyone attempts to challenge the inheritance right, forge all evidence, malicious demation, or other such funders, Emma has the right to pursue civil liability and claim compensation.
I was just confused for a moment. You weren't confused. You just never wanted me to end up better than you.
I did choose her at first with my family and the board very much in mind. Because her background was simple, her social ties were clean, and she would not become a lever others could use against me.
Did you hear that? You were nothing more than a tool he selected.
I am not admitting this to justify myself. I am admitting it because I was wrong. But later, wanting to keep her by my side had nothing to do with any benefit. As for your question about what she has that you don't, she never turned feelings into a weapon for claiming a position.
In other news, Emma Collins announced a $1 million donation to the Chicago Children's Foundation at a gala event last night.
This version is better than the last. The emotional core is steadier, and the ending finally is like your own voice.
He really does seem different now.
By Emma Gilbert.
I think it's finally mean by Xian Chengwei standing that becoming yourself matters more than being chosen by someone.
This time, I don't want to negotiate with you anymore.
Now, may I start courting you again?
That depends on your performance.
Thank you for coming today.
I should thank you for giving me the chance to stand before you again.
From now on, I paint only for myself.